Hey guys, what's up? Alec back with the daily stock market, and look at that. Wow, on the day, we're absolutely killing it. Almost up $1,500 on the day. So that's a great goal to get to, is $1,500 in profit a day, or at least above 1,000. What we're going to talk about is how to make that possible through option trading. We're going to talk about specifically 3 different stocks, and we're going to go over strike prices and expiration dates so you can see the exact options that I'm taking out. This is the favorite video on the channel, so I hope you guys are excited for some option trading. But first, let's do a quick market recap because we have some stocks flying up today. So let's talk about it, and then we'll get straight into options trading. So we have Coinbase starting to heat up 5% on the day and up over 10% on the week. We also have ChargePoint heating up right when it gets that $22 mark. You know, that's when I typically like to buy, up 6% on the day, down 22% still on the month. So this might be a good one that you want to consider for option trading. You can see that it follows that pattern right there. So let's just dive in and just look at what we have going on. This isn't going to be part of the 3 stocks to talk about. This is going to be a bonus option for you guys. Okay, so I would minimum be looking at an expiration date of September 17th for ChargePoint, if not even further out. But if you have lower money, this $27 call is only $183, and it's a pretty good call. Okay, now the 25 call is only $255, so that one's a little bit better if you have a little bit more money. And if you have even more money than $250, you can go to October 15th and run some of these options. Now, overall, I would probably wait for ChargePoint to get closer to that $23, $22 price point before taking out any call options. Now, BNGO is one I do want to talk about that it made it on the list because it's a little bit more affordable for people who don't have as much money. So I'm going to save the better call options for the end of the video, even though they are a little bit more expensive. Okay, now I would probably wait for BNGO to get at least below $6 per share. That's when they become more attractive for a call option. Okay, so we would be looking at September 17th, and we would be looking at the $7 call option right here. It's only $59, so basically anyone can afford this call option. If you have more of a budget, there's no point in taking out 5 call options on BNGO, because you should only be doing this if you have under $100 budget, maybe 1 or 2 call options, or contracts, I should say. Because if you have more money, it's probably better to go to the $6 call option. It's $97 for 1 contract. But in my opinion, the $6 call option for September 17th is a better option play overall. Okay, so my next call option is going to be for my big boy. So you definitely have to have a little bit more money if you're going to be looking into this call option. It's Spotify. It's at a 52-week low. Right now, I'm loading up on the swing trade. As you can see, I have 9.3 shares, almost $2,000 in them. So as you can see, that this Spotify moves in cycles of at least 3 to 6 months. So when you trade option, you're not going to want to click any of these recent ones. You're actually going to want to go further out to like the January 21, 2022 option. And I'm definitely going to be looking at this 240 call option or the 230 call option. The 220 call option is also a good one, but the 220 call option is $2,400, okay? The cheapest one, that if you're going to be looking at Spotify, I would recommend at least having $1,600 in this call option. So if you have more money to spend on something like a call option, this Spotify January 21st, 240 call, $1,600, but I think it's a great call option overall that can make you some good money. I also have $2,000 in the swing trade. So if you have $2,000 to put in something like Spotify, but you don't want to be risky on an option, remember, the swing trade is always a good alternative to trading options because you can still make some good money, but there's no time expiration date that you have to worry about. It's just a swing trade. You can hold it for 3 months, 6 months. If it takes even longer, you can even hold it for 6 months and still see a profit on a swing trade. All right, so the next one that we have up is probably going to fit comfortable with most people. It's not too big. It's not too expensive. It's not too cheap. You know, it's going to be right in the middle, which is where a lot of people like to be when they trade option, that $200, $300 mark. As you can see, Pinterest has been following the support and resistance pretty frequently, and it's even got as low as $55 per share. Okay, so if we see Pinterest back at $55 per share, $57 per share, that's when it's going to be a lot more attractive to take out this option that I'm going to be talking about. Now for Pinterest, we're going to be looking at a shorter term one. September 17th is going to be the expiration date, and we're going to be looking at this 62.5 call. Okay, this is actually a pretty good option. I'm probably going to actually end up taking this one out myself. Let's actually just take it out right now just for an experiment. If I was actually going to seriously take this out and actually care about it, I would take it out closer to $55 per share on Pinterest. But I want to take it out just kind of for an experiment to see how it does, because I do believe in that option. It's only $278, as you can see. And if you want to do the $60 call, this one's good as well. Only $385. All right, and you'll probably make a little bit more on the $60 call. Now, again, there's always risk, so nothing's certain and nothing's ever guaranteed. So let me show you guys how to actually set a stop loss here. So you can actually see my position. I own the contract. So once you already own it, you can see your equity, you can see your expiration date and all that good stuff. I probably only plan on holding this one for around 2 to 3 weeks, maybe a month, but I do not want to hold close to that expiration date at all. So what you would press is trade, you'd press sell, you press the little wheel up top, and you press stop price, good until cancel. All right. So now what you do is press 1. So a lot of people forget to put this good until cancel, and the stop price will only be good for 1 day. So if you ever see your stop price is not working, make sure you hit good till cancel. Otherwise, they're automatically going to fall off. All right. So typically, I like to put my stop loss with options around 30 to 50%. So for example, half of 2.7 would be about 1.5. That's rough math. And then I would actually probably put it a little bit lower just because I want to be a little bit more risky. And then my limit price, so the stop price is where it's going to trigger the stop price at 1.3, but the limit price is where it's going to actually sell it. So you can put 1.25, or you can put 1.2 if you want to be extra safe. All right, so we press 1.25 for our limit price, a little bit lower than our stop price, and our contract is worth $275. So this is a safety net saying that I'm at least going to be getting back $125. All right, so there's a safety net in place assuring that I will get some of my money back. And if you want to put that safety net a little bit higher, you know, some people like to put it closer to $180. Here you can see my equity is 277, so my max loss is 277. But with the stop loss, now I know that I'm at least going to be getting back $125. And again, you can put that a little bit higher if you have lower risk tolerance. Maybe like $180 would be nice to at least know that you're going to be getting back. So you're really only risking $100 at that point. If your equity is 280 and your stop loss is 180, you're really only risking $100 at that point. Now, I typically always set a stop loss between 30% and 60%. There's no point in letting your option run past 60% losses, in my opinion, because it's very difficult to make your money back after a 50 to 60% loss. Now, the last one that we're going to be talking about, the option, is going to be Tattooed Chef. All right, so we might want this one to go lower to $18 or $19 per share, but it looks like it's up on an uptrend right now, as you can see on this little tail that it's starting to have between July 28th and current day trading price. This is another one that's going to be affordable for a lot of people, but you want to maybe wait for it to get down to $18 per share for your odds of making money to be a little bit higher and stacked in your favor. So we would be looking at the October 15th, which gives us almost a month to 2 months to be holding. But I definitely don't want to be holding until October 15th, probably end of September or beginning October. I would be selling this one. So I would be looking at this one right here, the 22.5, which is only $130. The 22.5 call for October 15th on Tattooed Chef. Or even this $20 call is even better, and it's only $220. So it's not going to break the bank. You're not risking much. If you do a $130 call, you can put your stop loss at around $50 right? And you're only risking $80 of your money that way. And you can easily see a great percentage increase on some of these options. You can get 40, 50% gains, or even 60% gains on some of these options. I hope you guys did appreciate that video, and I know you guys like when I talk about options. If you want to get more weekly options and see what options I'm trading every single week, make sure you join my close friends list, because that's where I post at least 1 to 3 different options every single week. On my YouTube, I typically only put out an option video maybe once or twice a month. So you're definitely not going to be getting much exposure to my option trading unless you're in my close friends list. I also have an options trading video program. It's 18 videos long, teaching you everything step by step so you can understand option trading a lot more. There's a lot of mechanics, a lot of strategies behind it that you definitely need to know, and there's easy mistakes that you're probably making every single day that's costing you hundreds and hundreds of dollars every time you trade options, believe it or not. So my options trading program, it's a very cheap, affordable program that can end up making your money back and saving you more money just from watching a few videos and understanding some easy tricks that you can do with options. Now, if you want to join my close friends list, we've been absolutely smashing it the last 3 months. We're up almost $7,000, 15%, and the last year we're even doing better. My list is filled up right now, but I started a waiting list. So DM me here on Instagram, and so you can be first on the list when I open my list back up. I'll take you under my wing, show you all my different tips and tricks in the stock market, everything that I use to become successful, so you can actually become as good as I am also. So guys, make sure you share this video with a friend if you think that you found some value in it, and I think we can all make some money just from watching this YouTube video. It's crazy, just by devoting 10-15 minutes, that you can actually make some good hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, just from devoting 10 minutes to a YouTube video and hitting that subscribe button and that like button so I put out more option videos. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Remember, don't time the market, buy the market. Peace.